Hello there people, my name is Amanamaz and I just finished watching the latest of a long line of Marvel shows, She-Hulk. So if you didn't know, She-Hulk is the cousin of the Hulk, and this show goes over her origin story of how Jennifer Walters handles a regular working life as a lawyer while also being a Hulk. And unfortunately, it is very mid, very average, and is probably the worst Marvel Disney Plus show. I will be going into spoilers by the way, so here's your warning. Also, please leave a like and subscribe, I would really enjoy that. I applaud the effort they made because it is very different from other Marvel properties, especially with the show breaking the fourth wall. Very well, might I add. I genuinely like those moments where she talks about the timing of the episodes, or looking at the camera and saying ha ha, when Bruce said he was a completely different person when talking about events from the Incredible Hulk movie, and even making fun of the repetitive Marvel formula in the finale. Like when She-Hulk does the biggest fourth wall break and goes into the Marvel writing room just to find an AI called Kevin, which is obviously a nod to Kevin Feige, and just almost rewrites the ending of the show in a way. And apparently they had to reshoot the finale, so that also kind of makes sense. So the season finale, while a very good episode, didn't feel like a good season finale, if you know what I mean, because it undid a lot of the groundwork and story arcs the show made, and ultimately made it pointless. The show overall had a lot of very good moments, especially when She-Hulk or Jennifer interacted with a lot of pre-established characters. Her scenes with Bruce, Wong, Abomination and Daredevil were the highlights of the show for me. Those characters had really good chemistry with each other, particularly with Daredevil in episode 7 or 8, I can't remember which one, but those two were very good. Whether it was She-Hulk and Daredevil or Matt and Jennifer, they played off each other really well. The acting and the banter was great, and I hope to see more of that. When the show had actual lawyering moments in court, I thought they were good, but I thought the Abomination trial could have been extended out by an episode or two, because there were filler episodes in an already short show. I even missed one of them and watched a YouTube breakdown of it instead. So yeah, more lawyering moments would have been great. Now, for every good moment, there would have been some very bad aspects of the show, the most obvious being the CGI. There were times where it looked like cutscenes from a PS4 game, and even though they made fun of it in the finale, where Kevin said to Jen that the VFX team moved on to a different project, with the Wakanda score in the background, it still doesn't justify how bad it was at the beginning, which is weird because it was only bad on her. The CGI looked good on Hulk and Abomination. Another thing I didn't really like were the new side characters that were introduced. Apart from her family and Pug, they were wholesome as hell. But Titania was the worst by far. She was one of those shallow influencers with superpowers. She is like if Homelander was done very poorly, with a positive public persona, but being a bitch behind the scenes. I would call her a villain, but she got her ass handed to her in every fight with She-Hulk. And she just became annoying after that because she wasn't a credible threat to Jennifer in any way. And it turns out that the main villains of the show were a bunch of incels, which I found funny because the writers basically predicted what those people would say in real life and made fun of it in the show, which then got them mad on Twitter after the episode came out, so that was a nice twist, I guess. Overall, the show was very average until the final 2 episodes, but being good for 2 out of 9 isn't exactly must-watch TV. And to be honest, the show is probably worth skipping entirely if you don't have time, with so much Marvel property coming out. Though Tatiana Maslany, I don't know how to pronounce her name, really carried the show. I thought she was fantastic, but her performance isn't enough for me to revisit the show later on, and not enough for me to recommend it. So if I had to give it a rating, it would be a 5 or 5.5 out of 10. It's a show that I would rewatch clips of, if you know what I mean. But anyway, I hope you like my review. A like and subscribe will greatly be appreciated, and I shall see you next time, and peace.